I definitely have words and phrases that make me feel happy. So I'm going to show you today how you can turn your favourite words into a beautiful artwork. So all you're going to need for this project is masking tape, scissors, paintbrushes, watercolour paints, and art masking fluid, which is basically liquid rubber. You can use it to keep paint off certain parts of your work. Watercolour paper, your favourite word or phrase, and a light box. Now, I've printed out my favourite word, dream. Now you can choose any word or phrase you want, or you can even do your own original design. Now I'm doing my artwork on a light box today, but if you don't have one at home, just masking tape it to your window. What we do first is turn our paper over and stick your design, word or phrase right in the middle. And this is where we use our painter's masking tape. Now use painter's tape because it's really gentle. It won't rip your paper when you pull it off at the end. But you have to secure it in place so you can paint the art masking fluid on. So that's secure, it's not going to move now. There you go, it says dream. Now here's my art masking fluid. And just dip the tip of your brush in and start tracing your word. Now really try to stay in the lines in this one. Now what the art masking fluid will do is stop the watercolour from bleeding onto the paper, so when you pull it off at the end, your word will be left behind. Now I've finished painting my art masking fluid. It has to be completely dry before you paint your watercolours on top, so I'm going to leave it for an hour or two. Yep, that's completely dry now. So let's get on to the next step, watercolour. So I'm going to be using monochromatic colours, so that's different shades of the same colour because they always look good together. I'm just going to start with this nice light blue so I can trace out my cloud. Now I've chosen blue because it reminds me of the clouds in my dreams. Now the best way to use watercolours is go really soft at the start and slowly layer it up because you can't go backwards. But then don't use too much water because your paper will crinkle. Now here's the really fun but messy part of the artwork. I'm going to flick a bit of the darker blue paint onto my dream artwork. But just don't do too many. Okay, I think I'm done. Now it's time to let it dry. Okay, it's finally dry, and this is my favourite bit, pulling off the art masking liquid. This is pretty easy stuff to get off, so you can really pull at it to get off the paper. It won't rip it. Now just make sure when you're using scissors, there's an adult around. And there we have it. All you have to do is frame it and hang it up, and you have one dreamy picture. My earliest memory of art is definitely doing it with my grandma. I remember her taking me out and painting in the garden and sewing up little skirts so I can go dancing in them. So yeah, with my grandma when I was very, very young. Today I am in Cabramatta and I have some awesome helpers ready to make some miniature props for our film set. My favourite type of art to make is definitely craft. I love, creating and getting my hands dirty and making something of nothing. It's pretty fun. Very rewarding. Wow, guys, these all look so amazing. You guys did an incredible job. Our film set is going to look so realistic now. Best part of crafting is definitely having things around the house that I've made myself, and I'm so proud to show all my friends, and it definitely shows my personality and the colours and what I make and the patterns.
Ready, set, slow-mo!
The worst part is probably the cleanup. Crafting makes so much mess, but that's part of the fun of it. So there's a few steps to my processes when making my art. The first is to research my idea, and I like to pull it from a few different sources. The next is to test everything, because sometimes, you know, your glues or your paints don't work how you think they will. And once you've worked out what to do, then you make your finished product.
So I'm using paper daisies and wax flowers. Paper daisies are great because they're large and fluffy.
Piece of advice I wish I was told when I first started crafting was there's no right or wrong way to do things. Art is very subjective, so don't beat yourself up if you make a mistake. You can always fix it. And if something doesn't look quite right, then that's okay.
Okay, just checking there's no holes. I think we're good. Oh, that's heavy. And there we go. It's the bomb.
Favourite materials to work with are definitely spray paints. They make everything so much faster and such a lovely, even and clean finish. And glue, super glue. I just love, you know, putting things together and spraying it up.
Have you ever had one of those days when you're down at the beach, you jump out of the water and you can't spot your own towel because it looks like everyone else's? Well, I'm going to solve that problem by turning my towel into a big, colourful watermelon.
I'm Jacqui and I'm an artist here on Get Arty, and my favourite thing to do is craft.
Wow, that looks so amazing. Now all you guys have to do is get a little arty and do one yourself.
A great secret that I've learned as an artist is that the space surrounding the objects can be as important as the object itself. Take this little drawing, for example, and watch what happens when I fill the space around her. And that's called negative space. Now we're going to apply that idea to create some really cool paintings. All you will need is a canvas, some scissors, masking tape, a paintbrush, and some colored paints. So I'm going to start off with my canvas, and then I'm going to grab my masking tape and just do a strip onto the canvas. It's quite free-form, so you can do whatever you like, really. Grab your scissors, snip it off, and make sure that the masking tape is really glued on to the canvas so there are no air bubbles, thus no paint will leak through. So you want to play around with this a little bit, but you want to try making shapes with straight edges, like triangles, diamonds, maybe even squares. Let's keep going. I've got about 8 pieces of tape along here, maybe just one more for good measure. Okay, and now it's time to paint. So I'm using 3 colors, a silver, a gold, and a rose gold. I'm using metallic paints because they reflect light better. You can mix them together to create different colors. There's really no rule to this. But make sure that you fill in all the spaces of the canvas. Okay, I'm done. So now it's time to let it dry. It's nice and dry now. So now it's time to peel off the masking tape. And your masterpiece is revealed.
Okay. I think this artwork is great because of the difference in the colour. So the white lines are quite sharp, and then this is kind of got a metallic feel, which is quite different to what the colours that we usually see in artworks.
I'm using metallic paints because they reflect light better.
It's also very clean and very well painted. It's very nice.
Obviously influenced by the pure abstractionists from the modernist period. They have used tape, I would assume, to put across the canvas.
And then I'm going to grab my masking tape and just do a strip onto the canvas.
There's a lot of interest in shape, tone and texture.
I'm not sure what the artist was trying to say here. It's kind of hard to interpret.
It's also very calm and very sharp.
It's all about design, really. Pure abstractionists wouldn't be concerned about meaning.
Probably say triangles, maybe.
Just my personality.
Maybe the white lines, rather than leaving it as bare canvas, it could have been another like sharper colour. But I think it's great. It really grabs my attention. It looks nice on my bedroom wall.
Art comes in many forms, and today we're exploring art you can wear fashions. I'm at the finals of the Apex Australia Teenage Fashion Awards right here in Melbourne. Students from every state around Australia come together to compete for the title of Australia's Fashion Designer of the Year. There are 4 categories: casual wear, formal wear, society and environment, and wearable arts. The future of fashion starts here. So Joanna, tell me a little bit about the Fashion Awards.
The 2 commercial categories, which is the casual wear and the formal wear, they are technically judged before the show. So we get people that work in the industry to turn that garment inside out and have a look at the way that it's put together. And the wearable art categories, the society and environment, they are judged for impact and flair. I get to see how they grow and the self-belief that they develop within themselves. Even for me, it's a wonderful experience because young people get to see how amazing they are. They come to this event and they see what other young people are capable of, and that motivates them to do better.
One of the finalists in the formal wear category is our youngest member of the Get Arty family, Jacqui. Congratulations, it's a special achievement making it to the finals.
Thank you.
So is this the suit that you entered into the competition?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
My suit.
Very nice. And why a suit?
Thought I could make it for my grade 10 formal, and then I entered into the formal category.
Gosh. And how long did it take you to make from concept to completion?
Yeah, so this suit took me about 4 weeks. It was a bit rushed, but every mornings and lunchtimes I used to work on it, so.
That is amazing. To get here, you would have had to win the state finals in Tasmania, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I entered in the formal wear down there and came first and got Fashion Designer of the Year as well. Yeah.
And did you think you were going to win?
No, I didn't, not at all.
Not even a little bit?
No, I didn't.
How did it feel walking down the catwalk in a suit that you designed and made?
You're just proud of yourself, you know that you've made it, and you watch everybody watch you and something that you made. I think it's great.
That is super cool. That was absolutely amazing. So many young designers all in the one room. But I feel so drab in this play suit. You know what? I think I'm going to go find Jacqui to help jazz me up. Jacqui!
Welcome to the Get Arty 1 Minute Challenge, where players get, yes, 1 minute to create a masterpiece. No pressure. We are joined by Declan, David and Lewis for our 1 minute challenge. Now boys, our first challenge today is to draw a face without your marker leaving the paper. You have 1 minute. On your marks, get set, go! Okay, don't let it leave the paper, do not let it come off. It's hard.
Oh my God, my hand's so wobbly.
Okay guys, you've still got 50 seconds, take your time. Okay guys, you have 30 seconds left, you are halfway through. Okay, don't forget an eyeball. 20 seconds left.
So strange.
Okay, 10,
This
9,
kind of looks like that
8,
in a
7,
way.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hands down.
This is
So how did you think you went?
terrible.
Terrible, why is that?
I think it's because of his nose.
His nose, it's very funny. How'd you go, David?
Mine's not really half decent.
I think it's all right. It looks like he's wearing glasses. Okay, Laura, show me yours. What do you think?
It's strange.
It is strange. Okay, because you guys were so good at that, we're going to do a second challenge. Now, the next challenge. Put up your hands you draw with. Now get your pen in the other hand. We're going to draw a face in 1 minute using your opposite hand. You ready? Set, go. Okay, 30 seconds. You're halfway through. Okay, don't forget ears. Maybe that's some freckles, a moustache, a beard.
Yeah, he needs a moustache. He needs a moustache.
Maybe you could draw next
He's
to
got to
him.
have eyebrows. Very, no, monobrow.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
That's why they
1. Okay, hands down. Let's have a look. Okay, Lewis, how did you go?
Strange again.
It looks strange again. How'd you go, David?
All right,
I think you did really quite good. And Declan?
I couldn't be bothered at the start, so I just did that.
I love
And
it.
then I just did that.
Thank you so much for getting arty with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
What is this wonderful dress made out of?
This dress is made out of milk bottle tops. The bit that connects the top of the milk to the actual milk bottle. And it's also made out of lots of bread ties.
Very clever. And where did you get the inspiration for this piece from?
When I was little, like 5 or 6, my dad used to always make me cut these in half so it didn't get stuck around seagulls or penguins or things like that. So that's where I got the idea.
How long did this piece take you to make?
It's taken me around a year. I was in at school most mornings at 7:30, so it took a long time.
So Connor, tell me about your outfit.
Well, the 3 outfits that I've made today for the competition, I've made racewear for casual wear and then 2 for formal. The first one for formal was inspired by the sort of 1940s sort of elegance with the velvets, and just sort of wanted to bring back the glamour of that time into now, I guess. The other one is a really big wedding dress, ball gown. I like doing a lot of painting with flowers and things like that.
Wow. So what are some of the other fabrics that you've used?
I've used a lot of silk. It's nice, it goes any colour, and it's got that sort of nice shine to it, which I quite like to work with.
Today I'm being honoured as an AT for Achiever. So I entered the competition from when I was in year 9 to year 12 and gone on to study fashion, and I'm in my graduate year of my Bachelor of Design. I'm showing work that I've done over my 3 years of uni, tastes of things that I've done. And would this happen to be something you've made? Yes, this is something I've made. I designed the print as well, and I'm showing the other body from the collection in today's show. Where is the inspiration from?
Well, the inspiration came from looking at the parallel between the burqa and social media. In Western society, we look at the burqa and think, oh wow, it hides women's identity and it takes away their freedom. But then in our own society, we've got a mirroring aspect in social media because it also hides a woman's identity. It tells them how to dress and how they should conform. So it's basically if social media was given a form onto a female figure.